Hello folks, and welcome back to our little art review. This time we're going to be taking on the Daemons of Tzeentch, and Tzeentch himself. The whole mastermind of machinations and warping of crazy shenanigans of reality and bodies itself. Super fun theme. Tzeentch, by far, is one of the most intriguing of the Chaos Gods. Kind of like my second favorite, albeit Nurgle is also my second favorite. They kind of compete hand in hand together. Khorne is always number one. But generally, I actually really enjoy the theme of them. Overall, when it comes to their color scheme, as you can see from the various pictures I have up on the screen, we'll choose this one right here. Actually, one that shows it better would be that one. Or... okay, here we go. No, that's kind of old. Okay, there we go. So, pretty much when it comes to their colors, there's a lots of, it's a very cool, cool color scheme, heavy faction. They have a lot of blues, greens, teals, like all different sorts of colors pertaining to the green and blue spectrum. They do have some purple thrown in here and there for the royalty look here and there, alongside like gold-rimmed armor as well. Generally, a lot of their themes are heavily impacted by like avian, as we have it right here, avian being like birds. Predominantly heavy in the faction, a lot of body warping, as we see with the blue, pink, and brimstone horrors, where they kind of have these scrunched up bodies, long limbs, giant mouths. Then we have like their champions and stuff with this little minotaur here, and a lot of their little minotaur bird people. Another heavy theme. But pretty much generally speaking, they have those heavy themes of magic and spellcasting, which in the game they're heavy psyker faction, which psyker means spellcasters, pretty much with mind powers. But yeah, they have a lot of that heavy into it. They have a lot of runes crafted into them, magic sigils, like cloth and tunics. Generally, I'm trying to pinpoint on what mythology heavily influences their clothing looks. I'd say, generally speaking, just from this picture alone, besides looking at all these other guys, I want to say it's maybe like Middle Eastern or like witchcraft general outfits a lot, and like wizardry stuff that you normally see on like a wizard in fantasy and stuff, like lots of robes and cloaks, tunics, heavy Egyptian influences too. Of course, I mean, hello, Thousand Suns, Egyptian Space Marines of Chaos. That's generally everything put together. A lot of, predominantly, it's just a lot of Egyptian influences, but it also throws in a little bit of stuff that I've mentioned previously, from what I can gather. That's just their whole theme and the gist of it. So, to further hopefully inspire you guys whenever you were to go paint your Tzeentch models or draw up a Tzeentch creature or something, that we can go through these images here and descriptions and hopefully inspire you and myself too, because I actually want to go by drawing some Tzeentch Daemons as well. So starting things off, we're going to look at this giant battle between, hey, my two favorites, Nurgle and Tzeentch. As we see here, the demons are very warped, crazy. They have tiny little fire guys too. They have a lot of fire abilities. But my favorite part are these horrors. Generally, when you see like the blue and pink horrors, they kind of look like warped, tiny, chubby people. These grim, like gargoyle-like faces. But in this art piece that I literally just found right here, they're very warped, lots of teeth everywhere, and I love it because a huge theme when it comes to Tzeentch's disfigurement and change. To throw an example, another god of disfigurements is actually from Aztec mythology, which I can see a few Aztec themes within Tzeentch itself. It's mostly Egyptian, but I see you guys throwing a little bit in there. Kind of. But in Aztec mythology, there is one of my favorite gods named Xotlicreations, who is the god of disfigurements, and he has the sort of same thing going on. Now back to Warhammer. Generally, we can see all their little mishmashes and whatnot, and just generally with the models, there's a lot of teeth and feathers everywhere, pertaining to like the weird body horror they have going on, and they have just throwing a little bit of bird inspiration here and there. Bird up. This art piece this person did is actually phenomenal. I love that they're summoning things from fire. It looks awesome. Good job, Virusledek Oprasku. I think I said that right. I don't know. I probably butchered it crazy. Same with this art piece right here. Ooh, I love the uses of whites and blues and purples in that. Ooh, purple. Yeah, there's a little bit of purple in there. Here's another art piece. Some of them fighting good old Eldar. Screw the Eldar. Hate the Eldar. No, I'm kidding. Eldars have some cool themes. They're just space elves. Oh, Magnus the Red. I just noticed that. It's a Primarch. Oh, Thousandsons too. With Zangors. Hey! Here we are. Here is Tzeentch himself. This is a fan art piece from someone I can't really... Oh! Clayher Bakleher. Great job with this art piece. Here's a piece from just GW's artists. Now, Tzeentch himself, matching with the whole body disfigurement style when it comes to the god. I always thought of him kind of looking like a heart in certain parts of him. A lot of tubes and stuff kind of give it that feel. As you see there, lots of teeth, huge amount of teeth. Seems like teeth and feathers are his thing. Lots of tendrils too, warping them. If we were to go to Magic the Gathering with their Eldrazi, they'd fit right in with Tzeentch's entourage of demons. Yeah, generally, the overall themes are just, they like to use fire, they like spell casting, warping of bodies, heavy amount of teeth and feathers with heavy themes of the warping of bodies and flesh, contorting it in ways that probably should not make sense, but for the god of change and not making sense in general, worked great. Let's see, what other things can we find here? Here's a good one of Ahriman. A little blurry, but that's fine. Oh, here's a close-up someone did of Tzeentch. It actually looks really nice. I like it. Oh, and Clayher Bakleer again. If I'm correct. Oof, that's super blurry. Can't really use that. Oh, horrors. Here we are. So these are the general demon units. Pink horrors are what you usually see, but the cool part about them, especially in the game, is if they were to die, they actually split into two blue horrors, which are these guys back here. When the blue horrors die, they split into two tiny little brimstone horrors. These little fire and imps. Imps, that was the word. Not tiny chubby demon, imps. Which are, I guess, tiny demons. But yeah, that's pretty much all their themes there. Very, very lovely when it comes to their designs. I like their designs. They love to use a lot of jewelry as well. They have a lot of jewelry. Ornaments and shenanigans showing off themselves. Then we have an Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch. Woo! That art piece looks fantastic. Here we are. Yeah, perfect examples of like warping and contorting the flesh and bodies and stuff, and just fire everywhere. Lots of fire. different colors of fire too. Oh, the fire! If it doesn't die, burn it. But yeah, oh yeah, we can actually see here too. Another very interesting thing when it comes to them using fire is in a lot of the art, when the demons are shooting fire or breathing fire, as we see here, the fire itself almost has a body on its own. A lot of facial features and eyes and teeth kind of hidden within it, almost as if the fire was alive itself. Which, technically it could be. Can't remember that part. Go back to the Lord of Change here. This big dude. This tiny little bird man. But yeah. Yeah, pretty much covers it for Tzeentch. Not long compared to the other twos, because Tzeentch is, surprisingly for how crazy and manipulative he is, straightforward. Just to do a recap, heavy Egyptian and like Eastern armaments and armaments, and ornamentation vary throughout the work. Heavy themes of birds and magic and spellcasting. So yeah, other than that, that pretty much covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a question in the comment section below. If you're excited to see the dreaded Slaanesh and the major demonetization that will bring, feel free to leave a comment there too. Other than that, you folks have a great day and take care.